Muy buenas tardes a todos y a todas. Nos encontramos de nuevo aquí con un nuevo directo aquí en Twitch de Dragon Age Origins. Continuamos donde lo dejamos, que estábamos aquí en el campamento, y vamos a iniciar nueva misión. Vamos allá. Reunimos al grupo. Vamos a coger a la sanadora. Vamos a coger a Alistair y vamos a coger a Liliana. Venga, ya se estamos. Bien, tenemos esto es de una misión de DLC. Esta es otra. Esta de aquí. Lo de los enanos creo que es aquí, en la montaña de la espalda helada. Una cordillera de imponentes picachos que se extiende por todo Ferelden occidental, formando una frontera natural con Orlais. Vale. Venga, pues vamos para acá. A ver qué nos depara la noche de hoy. Venga, vamos allá. No, pues sí que hemos llegado pronto, ¿eh? Esta es la... Desde la estatua esa grande de ahí. La estatua grande de piedra. Perfecto. Las recompensas. Yo le estoy disparando al mago aquel. Y ahora al arquero. Bueno, parece que nos lo hemos quitado en medio. Cataplasma curativa. Otra cataplasma curativa. Relámpago. Y vamos a ver estos dos. Dinero. Virote flamígero y 18 de plata. No sé, veo hoy escucho hoy el directo un poco raro, como si me escuchara doble. Como si tuviera eco. Paso de montaña de la espalda helada.
Look at all these people hawking their wares. It's almost like a little city.
Digo, como una ciudad en miniatura. Venga, vamos a ir hablando con todos a ver qué tal.
Let kings fight over kings. Trade needs to flow.
May the ancestors protect us all.
You have some kind of problem.
Vengo en nombre de los irregulares de Braston.
Oh? What was this about?
He venido a detenerte por desertor. Un segundito.
I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
I've defeated.
Let us end this.
Rompescarcha. Provisiones de la hermandad. Un paquete de provisiones perteneciente a los irregulares de Braston. Vale, misión actualizada. Abandono del deber. Te has ocupado de los desertores. Llévales las provisiones a los irregulares de Braston para cobrar la recompensa. Venga, vamos a seguir hablando.
This is madness. They can't just shut down the city.
Well, they need us. If the gate stays closed, that city starves.
Farin. Farin, ¿de qué me suena este nombre? ¿De qué me suena este nombre? Farin. Esta misión tampoco. Bueno, pues de momento aquí en lo de las misiones no veo que haya nada importante.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armor and weaponry this side of Val Royale.
Segunda mano.
Why pay through the nose for new equipment when you can buy it like new for much, much less?
¿Dónde consigues esas armaduras casi nuevas?
Oh, here and there. Look, that's really not important. The important thing is, it's cheap. And just as good as what you'd find at a smithy.
Déjame echar un vistazo.
Of course. And remember, everything's covered by Farron's 24-hour lifetime guarantee.
Vamos a ver si tienes bolsas. Primeramente, que es lo que más me interesa. Pues no. Vamos a ver. Receta de poción de lirio superior. Esto lo compramos. Vamos a compararla con la que lleva Alistair. No, de momento lo vamos a dejar así. De momento lo dejamos así. Te vamos a vender el arco. Venga, lo dicho. Venga, ya estamos aquí. Vamos a seguir dando la vuelta. Otra
There are
enana.
other places to sell. I don't have to come back here.
The assembly is deadlocked. No one knows when they'll reopen the city.
El cónclave está reunido.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well armed to notice a lowly merchant.
¿Tú vives en la superficie?
Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzamar's lifeline, even if we're denied a caste. The Assembly says we turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
¿Alguna vez has entrado en Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the Commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
No importa, tengo que irme.
Best of luck to you.
Venga.
Do you think the tower is ever going to get back to what it was, Wynne?
I don't know. A great number of people died. It will be difficult to imagine rebuilding, with that cloud hanging over everything for many years to come.
What can I do for you?
¿Qué puedo hacer por ti? Tengo aquí una nota de tu maestro. Al primero que vamos
This
a
ought to be
despedirlo.
interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Misión actualizada. Bueno, pues este ya listo de papeles. Aquí tenemos otro
They have
enano.
to open the gate. My suppliers will think I cheated them.
Vale, por aquí ni nada. Y ahora hablamos con los del centro.
You heard about all those mages in Lake Callanhard? They up and turned into a pack of demons.
No. Did the Templars kill them all, at least?
No, I guess they got better.
More likely working with the Darkspawn to take us over.
I don't even want to think about it. Greetings, milady. Greetings, milady.
No habláis nada, ¿no? Bueno, pues vamos para arriba.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
¿Por qué tu gente se ha retirado así?
They hide because they are dwarves.
I would challenge any race to fare as well. Our king is dead. Endriniducan returned to the Stone not 3 weeks ago. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
Soy un guardagris. Este tratado obliga a Orzammar a ayudarme.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Loghain es el traidor que mató al rey Cailan en Ostagar.
What? Lies and slander! King Loghain will not suffer this. I will not suffer it. I'm his messenger.
Kill each other as you will, but take your sodding fight off my doorstep.
Why are we always attracting danger?
Vamos a meterle al mago.
Right away.
Bueno. No nos ha dado nada importante.
You've done me a service. That fool Imrek was barking for a week. Are all humans so touched? You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Venga, misión actualizada. Hablar con los señores del cónclave. Los líderes de Orzammar están sumidos en el caos. El cónclave parece el sitio indicado para empezar a buscar la solución. La cámara del cónclave se encuentra en el barrio del Diamante.
Trost follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated. Fair journeys, Warden.
They say the Darkspawn have left for the surface.
Show some pity for a poor old...
Now, may the ancestors protect Branca.
Paragón Branca. Nuevo códice, los paragones. Los paragones. Y otro guardia.
May the ancestors look kindly upon you.
Paragón Hildan. Códice, una explicación de los paragones.
Alistair, what's this?
It's a sock?
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
Vale, por aquí salimos al barrio plebeyo.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry, the men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is feeling a little damp anyway. A change would be nice.
Show respect, Surfacer. You're in the Hall of Heroes, home to the best of us.
Las figuras son grandiosas, en efecto.
Paragons, dwarves who achieve such greatness, they're considered ancestors, even if they yet walk among us. If only we had one now. A unifier. A voice like that, there would be no dissension.
¿No podéis arreglároslas solos?
Learn our ways before you presume to save us from ourselves. But don't look to me. I will not be a tutor to a surfacer.
Aquí tenemos otra figura. Mendigo enano.
You're a few bitch for an old man.
Tenemos otra. O sea, ahí dentro no se puede pasar. Vale. Barrio plebeyo y paso de la montaña. O sea que es por aquí. Venga, vamos allá.
It is the assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Do not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Coño. Códice actualizado. Señor Piran Arrogumon. Nadie nace con derecho a ocupar el trono. El rey vigente puede recomendar a un sucesor, pero la decisión final recae en el cónclave. Capitán de la Guardia.
Thedas, surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
Se acerca una ruina y necesito la ayuda de Orsarma.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
¿Paragones?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
¿Cómo puede una ciudad funcionar así?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there. Sort this all out in a hurry.
Arrowen y Belen son las personas que necesito.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
Belen habla por boca de su segundo en el cónclave. El señor habla a través de Dulin Ferender, desde su mansión. ¿Han mencionado los paragones?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Venga, tengo que marchar.
Yes, you should.
Nueva misión. Misión actualizada. Batar Gabor. Hablar con el lugarteniente del príncipe Belen. El príncipe Belen es uno de los dos candidatos al trono. Debes hablar con Batar Gabor, su lugarteniente. Venga, perfecto.
For a tiny people, they certainly build high ceilings.
We are honored to serve you, Grey Warden.
Estamos aquí. Filda y hermano Burkel. Dagna. Mercader de gemas, vendedor de todo tipo de cosas. Barrio del Diamante, aquí tenemos que ir. Venga, pues vamos a empezar por este lado, ya que estamos por aquí. Armeros Hanar. Un momento, ¿aquí hay algo? Aquí nada. Vamos a ver qué hay aquí.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armorers. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Jannar's we have everything from leather to platinum.
¿Sabes algo de lo que está pasando con el rey?
I stay out of politics.
Señor Darkris, ¿qué tal?
Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Señor Darkris. Si tienes el Rus, vamos a jugar de vez en cuando con unos colegas. Oye, por cierto, ahora que estás viendo esto, ¿se escucha bien mi voz? Es que la noto hoy, o no sé si es que estaré un poco constipado o algo, pero la noto como doble, con eco. ¿Se escucha bien ahí en el directo? Vamos a ver. Vale, perfecto. Pues será la sensación mía del tema. Vamos a ver. ¿Formas parte de la casa de los herreros?
I, for 100 generations. My father made his name by inventing a fall and tacit, which were integrated into the cuirass. But, I'm guessing by your face you're not a smith yourself.
Déjame ver qué tienes en la tienda.
Of course. Keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Planos, planos, planos. Espada larga. Ballesta. Yelmo pesado enano. Esta gente todo es equipo. Nada, nada, nada. Nada. $10,40 es la que yo tengo aquí guardada para la muchacha. 12,80. Uf. $18 de fuerza y esta requiere 30. Que va, que va. Que va, tío. Venga, Darkrai, muchas gracias. Nos vemos, campeón. Venga, perfecto. Pues nada, de armas nada. De equipo hemos dicho que nada. no tienes nada que me interese ahora mismo. Bajo relieve. Nuevo códice. La vida en Orzammar. La vida en Orzammar. Venga, vamos a pasarlo como hacemos con todos los textos, para quien quiera que lo pare y lo lea. Venga, vámonos. Venga, aquí tenemos... Venga, vamos a hablar con Filda. Tía, es fea de cojones, ¿eh? ¿Quién eres?
My name is Filda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son Rock. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
Que vuelva a casa sano y salvo. ¿Qué le ha pasado a tu hijo?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
¿Alguien fue en su busca?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by dark spawn that way.
¿No deberíamos abandonarlo? No deberíamos abandonarlo. Si quieres, iría a buscarlo.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
Soy un guardagris. Nos dedicamos a eso.
Warden, so you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Venga, nueva misión. Encontrar al hijo de Filda. En el barrio plebeyo y dos armadas conocido a Filda, una enana que estaba rezando por la suerte de su hijo Rook, un herrero que se extravió en los caminos de las profundidades hace 5 años. Filda no sabe si está vivo, muerto o algo peor. Has accedido a buscarlo en los caminos de las profundidades. Venga. Vamos por aquí, vamos a bichear. Nosotros vamos a bichear todo esto, vamos. Nos lleve el tiempo que nos lleve. Esto es parecido a Forja del World of Warcraft. Con la forja en el centro, tío. Vamos, con el tema de la lava dentro. Es igual, tío. Unos ríos de lava en el centro. Mira, aquí tenemos un plebeyo. Este plebeyo ni nos habla siquiera. Y aquí tenemos a otro plebeyo.
It's about time the dark spawn started attacking the surface. They bothered us for far too long.
Otro plebeyo.
In the old days, those men would have been told to join the Legion of the Dead. At least then they put that anger to good use. But not these days.
Y ahora Leknar.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Está claro que apoyas a Velen. ¿Por qué?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Algunos dicen que Velen mató a su padre.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
Vale, ¿apruebas este caos?
Can't find ore without splitting some stone. My investments are solid, I'll be fine. The Assembly has done us a favor. They've shown just how loose the sand is under our feet. It opens people to change.
Vale, déjame ver lo que tienes en la tienda.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Planos, planos. Tomo. Requisitos ser mago. Esto lo vamos a comprar. Escudo, zafiro. Sí, a 3 de oro, ¿eh? Y para regalarlo, vamos. Símbolo de andrastre dorado. Anillo. Pendientes de oro. Esto lo vamos a comprar. Y el anillo también. Y también. Ahora el zafiro no, el zafiro vale 3 de oro, vamos. Venga. Otro guardia. Y aquí tenemos a otro enanito. Hermano Burkel.
Maker's blessing on you, brother.
No sabía que los enanos creyeran en el hacedor.
I'm Brother Burkel of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
¿Los enanos no veneran a sus antepasados o algo así?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
¿Quién debe darte permiso para abrir la capilla?
The Shaperid controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
¿El moldeador de la memoria?
The Shaper of Memories controls the Shaperid, Orzammar's record system. Like the Chantry's historians, but more thorough. They track the births and lineage of every dwarf born in the city, every property sale, death in battle, marriage, or divorce.
Vale. ¿Tienes idea de dónde podría encontrar a ese moldeador?
The Shaperette is in the prime tier of the city,
El
near the
piso
royal
principal de la
estate.
ciudad.
Does this mean you will help me then?
Muy bien, hablaré con él.
I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
¿Qué pelota
If
es?
this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Vale. Nueva misión. El canto de las profundidades. Venga. Pues nada, seguimos. Por aquí no hay nada. Escorial. Vale, por aquí se va al Escorial. Por aquí, vamos. Vale, y ahora vamos a ir a esta parte que aquí tenemos importaciones, mercader de gemas, el barrio del diamante y otra misioncita más. Venga, vamos para atrás.
Is that drunken singing I hear?
Importaciones Figoro. Está cerrado, ¿no? Se necesita una llave. Lebello. Otro plebeyo. Otro plebeyo.
By the ancestors, watch where you're treading. Oh, sorry. I thought you were...
Cazador de nukes.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs? I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
¿Esas cosas son peligrosas?
Gotta boil them before roasting, but otherwise no, safe as sand. Some people swear they make good pets. May as well leash a turnip, I say.
Si veo algún nuke, lo enviaré hacia aquí.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
Nueva misión. Un nuke perdido. Algo por aquí. Joder, los enanos, estos no tienen nada. Ni un cofre, ni un saco, nada, tío. Barrio del Diamante, aquí tenemos que ir.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Venga, anda, sí, tenemos un momento,
You
Dagna.
look like you're not from around here.
No parecéis de por aquí. No, podría decirse que no.
Oh, wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
El círculo, ¿verdad? ¿El círculo de los hechiceros?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Pero vamos a ver, los enanos no pueden usar magia. Vamos a ver, ¿y por qué no iban a hacerlo?
No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caplin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them.
¿Y qué quieres del círculo entonces?
I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
Puedo trasladar tu petición al círculo.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcasts. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Joder. Va a coger ya la maleta, vamos. Misión. Una curiosa erudita. Mercader de gemas.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
¿Qué estaba diciendo? Nada coherente.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work you've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
¿Qué te pasó? ¿Los enanos no eran inmunes a los efectos del lirio?
Of course we are. Weak surfacers like you touch the raw ore, and you'll bleed from your eyeballs in hours. Weird seeing how big you are. Even surface dwarves lose it. Us down here, though, we should be able to handle it just fine. Only not too much, and not every day, and not breathing the dust, and not direct in the blood. Ancestors' own bad luck.
Así que te volviste loco trabajando con lirio.
Not crazy, just a little forgetful. Don't worry, I'm fine when I work. Just look at my wares. I have the best blades here. Enchanted to hold fire, ice, anything you want to put in it.
Venga, déjame ver tus mercancías.
Right. Best in the trade, you know. I work the ore myself.
Sí, el arco este está guapo, ¿eh? Arco recurvado mecánico, de precisión. Esto lo vamos a comprar. Esto también. Y los cristales nada. Venga. Y esta plebeya pues no nos dirá nada. Venga, pues hemos visto todo esto de aquí. Tenemos esto que es la palestra de los juegos y tenemos esto que es camino de las profundidades. Venga, vamos a entrar primero en... Vamos a ir al camino de las profundidades, a ver qué tal.
The deep roads are home to the Darkspawn now. Oddly, they're supposed to be safer to travel during a blight.
Mira, aquí tenemos un no. Misión actualizada. Un no perdido. Vale, y códice actualizado. Nook. Hasta el cuello de Nook locos. Nuestros gritos ensordecen sus delicados oídos. Seremos caca de Nook. De canciones que solo pueden oír los Nooks del Paragón de Brian. El Nook es una criatura omnívora, nativa de los caminos de las profundidades y tan ciega como dócil. Pasa la mayor parte de su vida chapoteando entre el agua de los charcos y el lodo, alimentándose de insectos, gusanos y, en pequeñas cantidades, arenisca y metales sencillos. El sistema digestivo de los Nook, capaz de convertir en nutrientes casi todo lo que se puede encontrar en el suelo de una caverna, es legendario. Los Nook se reproducen con gran rapidez y se han propagado por la totalidad de los caminos de las profundidades, donde sirven como alimento de gran variedad de depredadores, como las arañas y los depredadores de las profundidades. También los enanos los utilizan para comer. De hecho, en las zonas más pobres de Orsanmar constituyen una de las fuentes de sustento más importantes. Algunos enanos dicen apreciar sus agudos chillidos y los domestican. Vale. Yo no sé por qué está todo esto parpadeando, vamos. O sea, de criatura nos faltan 3, ¿eh? Para completar el tema. Venga, ahora vamos aquí, comandante de las minas. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Un humano?
These tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
¿Por qué necesitáis patrullas?
Don't let the comm fool you. The Darkspawn are down there, aren't they, Commander?
Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
A decir verdad, ya han avanzado por la superficie.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
¿Los engendros tenebrosos son el único peligro en estos túneles?
Of course not. Down here you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
¿No hay enanos más allá de aquí?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead mostly, fools that they are. Some scavenger types too.
La Legión de los Muertos. ¿La Legión de los Muertos?
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes, or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
Vale. ¿Predadores?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on 2 legs, but they have the head of a worm, and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
¿Me dejarás pasar?
Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or Adesha's permission to risk yourself. Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
Venga, debería irme.
Aye, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to come here again.
Venga, pues vamos atrás a ver si hablando ahí en el barrio ese del diamante nos dan el permiso. Mira, aquí menos mal que hemos pasado el ratón. Piedra rúnica. Nuevo códice, la vida del moldeador. Bueno, pues venga, vamos. Cazador de Nook.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
Te traigo un no, ten.
Saraka, I'm back in the game, such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
Vale, misión completada. Bueno, pues vamos a entrar aquí. Vamos a guardar, ¿vale? Guardamos la partida. Barrio plebeyo de Orsalma. Guardado. Vaya tela. Hemos tenido el problemilla de que se ha cerrado el juego. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Volvemos de nuevo. Hombre, menos mal. Ya estaba yo pensando, digo, veremos a ver si no va a pasar igual que hace 2 o 3 noches, que tuvimos que dejar juego por imposible. Bueno. Estamos por aquí. Estos son guardias normales, ¿no?
Ancestors watch your path, Grey Warden.
Vale, vamos a ver si aquí hay algo. Escrito del cónclave. Nuevo códice. Venga, la llave de la ciudad. Venga, ya lo leeremos. Tenemos a un noble.
Ancestors guide your steps, Warden.
From what I've heard of
You have
Dwarven
come at a
politics,
difficult time.
I'm almost surprised we haven't
Orzammar
seen
is
blood
ailing
running
for
these
want
streets.
of a king.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while throne stands empty. Make Harrowmont your king now.
Es el pregonero. Casa de Harrowmont. Mira, y aquí tenemos un noble, aquí tenemos un estante armero, nos da un mazo de diamante. Para la saca.
It's been a while since we saw a Grey Warden. I bet they're avoiding Orzammar because of all the trouble.
Esta es la casa de Harrowmont, de uno de ellos. Vamos a ver por aquí qué es lo que hay más. Señora Des.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory. This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
Venga, pues nada. Guardia, guardia. Aquí tampoco se puede entrar.
Lord Balin is the voice of
Pregonero.
change and defense. Lord Harrowmont is the voice of stagnation and ruin.
You know,
Y aquí
after all
tenemos
this
el
is over,
Palacio
I wouldn't
Real.
mind getting a job here. I could sing, tell
Aquí otro
stories,
noble.
help the king get items from high shelves.
I hear there's a war going on the surface.
Old King Endrin would weep to see Orzammar in
in such a state.
I can't believe House Harrowmont would overstep itself like this.
Vale. Y aquí tenemos la cámara del cónclave. La cámara del cónclave. O sea, hemos descubierto la cámara del cónclave, el palacio real y la casa Harrowmont. Ahora supuestamente por aquí estará la otra casa. Esta no hablará con nosotros. Moldeato. Aquí tenemos que hablar con el tío este. Vamos a terminar de ver todo esto. Moldeato. Venga, pues vamos a hablar con este. Hacemos un guardadito. O sea, digamos que este el bibliotecario, vamos.
Who would dare take from the memories?
Quedaos aquí, si no me vaya a marear. Catalogador.
Perhaps you should stand over there instead.
Por aquí nada. Moldeador ayudante Mildrate. Vamos a rebuscar bien por aquí, por si acaso hay algo, no dejarnos nada. Parece que no. Aquí hay un libro. La Legión de Acero. Venga. Escriba.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Esto nada, nada. Aquí tenemos al moldeador. Escriba del moldeato.
Doing very important work. Shh. I'm doing very important work.
Bueno, pues venga, vamos a empezar hablando con este.
Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
¿Pudiste verlo?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Nueva misión. Un ladrón en la casa del saber. Venga. Ahora vamos a hablar contigo.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
¿Qué clase de investigación?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
Podría tratar de encontrarlos.
You're from the surface. What do you know about fighting Darkspawn? There aren't even any expeditions planned until they settle this election. Otherwise, you need special permission from the Assembly or some great lord.
El cónclave es el que puede, o un gran noble, conceder una dispensa especial. O sea, el que nos dé el pasaporte para poder pasar. Vale. Soy un guarda gris.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Venga, nueva misión. Pero digo yo, ¿usted de casa y aquí? Si os había dejado en la puerta. Pero yo había hablado contigo y usted de aquí tiene otra misión, ¿no?
Excuse me, I can't chat.
Venga, vamos a hablar con el moldeador.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the shaper of memories.
¿Cómo sabéis quién soy?
The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
Hablemos sobre Orzammar, señor moldeador.
Ask, and I shall do my best to answer.
¿Podéis contarme algo sobre la historia?
We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok was capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with Darkspawn.
¿Cómo perdisteis los golems?
The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. For years they were our weapon against the Darkspawn. One golem is worth a dozen dwarves in battle, but Caridon's Tig is far into the deep roads. When it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more.
¿Qué es un Tig?
They are to us what a colony is to surfacers.
¿Dónde está Kal Sharok?
At the other side of the old empire. During the last blight, the kings of Orzammar knew they couldn't hold everything. They sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. It was the only way to survive. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden.
¿Qué diferencia hay entre un antepasado y un paragón?
All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. But only one every few generations rises to Paragon. A Paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name.
¿Hay algún paragón en Orzammar en este momento?
There is one paragon of this generation, a woman named Branka. She was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status.
¿Dónde está Branca ahora?
She went into the deep roads 2 years ago, seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned. We were a great empire once, outnumbering even humans and elves. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above.
Vale, eso ya me lo has contado,
was
tío.
capital then, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn.
Vale.
Your presence here has been recorded in the memories. I wish I knew what significance it has.
Vale, y ahora déjame hablar contigo para lo de la capilla, ¿no?
Ah, you return, Warden. Is there more you would know from Orzamar's memories?
Esto. Quisiera solicitar permiso para abrir una capilla en la ciudad.
That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city.
Hablo en nombre del hermano Burkel, un clérigo de risco rojo.
I thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea. My answer to Brother Burkel hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
¿Qué daño puede hacer dejar que predique?
He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzamar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more?
No, gracias por
I
vuestro
will
tiempo.
record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
Vale, misión actualizada. Venga, le da permiso al hermano Burkel para fundar una pequeña capilla en una semana. El hermano Burkel se alegrará mucho de enterarse. Un libro.
I shall.
Nuevo códice, la política de Orzammar. Uf, este texto es grande, ¿eh? Venga, lo pasamos también y quien quiera que lo pause. Yo ya como os comenté en uno de los directos, cogeré una tardecita que esté aquí tempranito y no tenga nada que hacer. Abriré el juego fuera de directo y me leeré todos los códices que estamos encontrando y demás. Venga, elogio al humilde no. Perfecto. Otro librito aquí. La Legión de los Muertos. La Legión de los Muertos. ¿Hay algo por aquí? No, por aquí no se puede pasar, ¿no? No. Venga. Esta nada. Y aquí tenemos un muro de las memorias.
On my way.
Códice actualizado. La vida del moldeador. Otro libro. La fe de los enanos. La fe de los enanos. Venga, lo pasamos también para que lo leáis. Aquí hay otro librito en el suelo. Canciones del folclore enano. Venga. Y un cofrecito que hay aquí. Guantaletes de diligencia. Y la búsqueda del verdadero profeta. Venga. Mira, vamos a coger el inventario. Vamos a coger el libro este. Guantalete de diligencia. Esos guantes ahora lo vamos a ver con Alistair. A ver si le quedan bien. Bueno, tú estás al 100%. Vamos a ver.
Oh, marvelous.
Vale. Le vamos a dar brazalete también.
Most kind.
Bien. Pendientes de oro. El anillo. Jarra de este. El símbolo de Andraste dorado.
Most kind.
Perfecto. Y la jarra del callejón real. Esto se lo vamos a dar a Alistair. La jarra.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Vale. Y vamos a ver los guantes. No, los que llevo son mejores. Vale. Venga. Nueva actitud. Inspiración voluntad. Habilidad adquirida. Inspirado por tu liderazgo, este miembro del grupo adquiere una pequeña bonificación a voluntad. Vale. Muy bien. Y el código actualizado con Winne. Ahí está. Venga, pues vámonos. Venga, seguidme. Ahora nos vamos a ir al cónclave. Vale. Cámara del cónclave.
Greetings.
Venga, guardamos. Y a ver si nos dejan entrar. Vale. Barta.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
Necesito ayuda contra la ruina.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
¿Puedo hablar con Belen?
You must understand, Haramond hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
Te prometo que no soy ningún espía.
Would you be willing to prove that? Haramond has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Haramond's deception.
Irrefutable evidence? Which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
¿Qué clase de pruebas?
Haramond promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Haramond can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Haramond gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
¿De dónde habéis sacado esos papeles?
That's not important.
Bueno,
If they
esos
ask,
pagarés.
say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your tree.
Venga, iré a ver a la señora Dace y al señor Helmy ahora mismo.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at tapsters in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Vale. Nueva misión. Venga, perfecto. Por aquí no hay nada, ¿no? No. Guardia del
The assembly
cónclave.
is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Vamos a entrar, ¿no? Ya por curiosidad. A ver qué es lo que hay aquí.
I shall.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace. Enough. The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Pues sí que están apañados los enanos, ¿eh? Sí que están apañados. Misión completada. Has intentado dirigirte al cónclave, pero han hecho oídos sordos a tus promesas y seguirán haciéndolo mientras el trono continúe vacío. Guardián del cónclave.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
¿No reconocéis a un guardia gris cuando lo veis?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
¿Hay algún modo de romper este empate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Haramond, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Bueno, vamos a lo de los papeles, esto. Dulin.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
Tengo un tratado que obliga a Osarmar a prestar ayuda contra la ruina.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
¿Y qué quieres que haga? ¿Denunciar públicamente a Belén?
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
¿Y qué más le da al cónclave quien gana un torneo?
The proving is a contest of the best warriors in Orzammar. By fighting, they show who has the ancestors' favor. If you were to enter the proving as Lord Harrowmont's champion, it would prove your loyalty beyond a doubt. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
Uf, aquí hay un tema gordo, si decantarme por uno o decantarme por otro. No quiero elegir bandos.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly use you on his side.
Nueva misión. Hablar con Dulin cuando estés preparado para luchar por algo. Sí, pero vamos a ver. Yo me tengo que decantar por uno o por otro. Palacio Real. Guardia Real. Quedaros aquí, anda, paradito. Puerta. Finca Real.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
The prince values your support, Gordon.
Right away. Enemy ahead. Watch out. All right, battle it is then.
I never liked this part. It's done.
Come, let us end this.
As you like.
What's going on? By the ancestors. Good on
On my way.
Anillo de plata.
you caught them in the act. Guess desperate.
Ungüento de roca.
Times drive people to strange things.
Yes, of course.
Voy a ver qué es lo que había aquí. Si había algo, vamos. Quedaros aquí, tranquilito. Aquí no hay nada, no hay nada y no hay nada. Venga. Seguir viniendo conmigo.
I'll do it.
Vale, aquí hay una puerta a la derecha y otra a la izquierda. Masa enana y carta de amor. Códice actualizado. Vamos a ver cuánto tenemos porque de cartas de amor esta era una docena. Tenemos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 y 10. Por mi cuenta nos faltan 2 para completar la misión. Venga. Un arco. Un cajón de madera con otro arco. Esto parece que son las cocinas, ¿no? Aquí no hay nada. Aquí hay otra puerta. La sala del trono. El asiento, el trono de Osarmar. En una jaula de roca. Perfecto. Bueno, para aquí en el trono no hay nada de nada. Así que vámonos. Que abrirá esta trampilla. No tengo ni idea.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked castless in the street. Does he respect none beneath his station?
Ah, mira, la señora Das.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
Os convendría echar un vistazo a estos documentos.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
¿Dónde está? Le llevaré los documentos.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient Tig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
¿Cómo podría encontrar a vuestro padre?
He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines.
El salvoconducto. Sí, me marcho ahora mismo.
So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
Misión actualizada. Vale. Y el otro.
Could the end of Orzammar be nigh? Turn to Lord Harrowmont and assure the future of Dwarven society.
Vamos a entrar aquí. Ah, este es Dueling. Mayordomo.
Welcome to Lord Harrowmont's estate.
Noble, noble.
Harrowmont is the rightful king, and you know that.
Otro noble.
We are honored by your trust, Warden.
Otro noble.
Harrowmont is honored to have you here.
Una puerta. Vamos a abrirla, a ver qué hay aquí. Cofre. Ballesta. Esta armadura de nana está guapa, ¿eh? Terci. Noble. Terci, ¿tú me dices algo, reina?
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. I will pray to the stone for you.
Nada, ni un libro siquiera para leer, vamos. Esto supongo yo que son los aposentos de donde duerme esta criatura.
Yes, of course.
Espadón. Y flechas flamígeras. Bueno, pues vámonos. Estudio de Harrow. Esto está cerrado. Ah, no. Se podría abrir. Interesante. Quedaos aquí, ¿eh? Que me mareáis dando vueltas detrás mío. Vamos. Yo voy a mirar por aquí a ver si hay algo. Parece que no. Bueno, pues aquí parece que ni nada. Venga, vámonos. Bueno.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for want of
tomorrow. By all the holy
Barrio plebeyo. En el barrio plebeyo tenemos al otro del... Antes de ir al camino, vamos al barrio plebeyo. Voy a guardar aquí. ¿Qué hora es? Bien, vamos a hacer una cosita. Muchas gracias a los 6, que ahora mismo me aparecen que hay 6 personas aquí viendo el directo. Como podéis ver, llevamos 1 hora 50 minutos, casi 2 horas de directo, y lo que voy a hacer es que tengo que hacer una paradita de como mínimo 15 minutos. Después de 15 minutos vuelvo a iniciar el directo para continuar desde aquí. Os lo digo por los 6 que estáis viendo esto, que en nada de tiempo vuelvo, que voy a ir al baño, voy a beber un poquito de agua y sacar al perrito aquí al patio. En 15 minutos como mucho ando por aquí porque me tiene el juego intrigado. Voy a guardar aquí la partida. Barrio del Diamante. Venga, lo voy a guardar aquí. Y ahora en cuanto vuelva del directo, continuamos. Venga, pues hasta ahora, chicos. Nos vemos en nada.